1966 Sylvania portable color, 19 TC12M. This is the Custom Deluxe. And we're going to swap the CRT. We're going to swap the picture tube. It's totally dead. The red gun is dead. This thing's got a lot of hours on it. It's not going to make a lot of sense if you didn't catch part one. In part one, we did the cataract on the new old stock replacement CRT. It's right here, all ready to go. Safety glass removed, the bonding material cleaned out, and then put back on and siliconed. So it's been drying overnight. So today we're going to install it in the television. We'll get it physically installed, and then we have to do the complete setup, purity, convergence, that whole thing. Hopefully it works. Could be a problem with the chassis, although it's kind of hard to tell when you have such a bad picture tube. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start by yanking the chassis out and getting the old tube out of this one. I give you kind of a crash course in this, and this is changing a CRT is more of a like mechanical aptitude thing, like I don't know, changing a water pump on a car, than an electrical thing. So you just, it's all physical. And the three things or two things that would terrify most people are this, and I'm a bad example because I never discharge these. If I get bit, it doesn't bother me that much. The other thing is this nice asbestos sheet here. This would probably, yeah, this is mostly all just, and we want to sort of document this because this was a dumb design. So the convergence goes on the right and the tuner goes on the left because these are interchangeable. Stupid Sylvania. So it's gonna pretty much unplug everything, unplug the speaker. Just gonna get the chassis out. See, we got the yoke. We got the degaussing. Alright, this might require two hands. Now it's a good idea to take some pictures of this. Just so you kind of know, it makes it easy to get this back together. The rest of this, we just, it looks like the yoke we can take out all as one piece. We're probably going to have some double stick tape here that might be a problem. And this spring is important. This spring grounds the dag on the CRT. So we want to keep an eye on that. And basically you would just need to sort of look at it and figure out how it's put together. These wires run, because this CRT is original, so we want to try and keep the lead dress as close as we can while inhaling as much of the asbestos pad as possible. On this side we got cardboard. It looks like this, the degaussing shield is just held under the spring tension. So, what does it take to get these off? Okay. Is that going to want to pop off of there? Alright, I'll get it off of here. This is what I mean, this is double stick tape, so probably ideally we want to try and save this. Not that we can't replace it, but just for uniqueness sake, we want to get our ESG score up by recycling every possible thing we can, lowering our carbon footprint. That way we get more people to invest in our dying currency. So here we go. All is one unit. And then this looks like it'll just pull off. This is our degaussing. So this has the degaussing coils on it that demagnetize the shadow mask. Now it's literally just as simple as these 1/4 inch nuts, 8 of them, and this. So I think because we're doing a different CRT, I think we're going to probably loosen this, because the new one is not going to be exactly the same size as the old one, especially with the cataract surgery. You got a big ground strap right there. I need to find something that almost looks like 10 millimeter, but it's not. It's going to be some weird. Alright, it's 5/16, which is the same as 8 millimeter. So we'll back this off. Now there really is no equivalent to 1/4 inch. There is no metric equivalent to 1/4 inch. Just loosen this up. In fact, I might want to loosen it up far enough to where I can actually get it off. Probably be wearing my helmet right now. Alright, now this comes off. This has our DAG grounding spring. I just took the bottom 2 off, and I'm able to get it out. And you're about to see a no-no here. A big don't do this. You know, because I'm so desperate to impress my fans. There it is. And now there's cork. Cork here, cork here, cork here, cork here. I don't see it on the bottom though. And I don't see it on the bottom of the tube, so it doesn't look like it had cork on the bottom. I don't see any evidence of it. So it's good. We saved all the original, this stuff, which is all hard as a rock, this cork tape. But yeah, I don't like these plastic. These things tend to strip out, these plastic bezels. Pretty nice size speaker for what seems like a cheap TV. I mean, it's like built to a absolutely refined down to a price. You know, it's like, yeah, cheap. Seems like it fit in there real nice where that stuff was leaking. It kind of caused the DAG to come off, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? This CRT is from 76, I guess, rebuild in 76. So also that spring is going to cover, I wish this label wasn't here, you know, because that, but I guess if it gets, yeah, the spring is going to go right over the label. Well, shit. Unfortunately, you can see the frickin' tape, but why is this not centered? This is no good. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Why won't you stay focused, you stupid thing? This kind of sucks. The tube needs to go, it's not the same, because see, you can see the black at the bottom, but you can't see it at the, you can see the black at the top. That's the top. The set's upside down, but you can't see it at the bottom. And then you got a big black gap over here, but you don't have any over here. So, This needs to go that way. And it's pressed very tight up against those cork spacers. Maybe those spacers are specific to the tube. Maybe I need to take those off and put them on the bottom. You know what? Because it fit down in there really tight. I don't think I'm going to screw with it right now. Let's put it together and do a setup and see how the picture looks. If this corrects the problem and this has a good picture, I'll take it back out, and I guess I'll have to dig the double stick tape out, which is going to be a nightmare. But I should be able to do it. Now that it's got silicone, I'll dig the double stick tape out, and then I kind of want to deal with this. Do I just do it right now? I guess I could. Crap. About to have a Tourette's outburst here. Right, I think I can do this. And maybe I can... I can do this. I got the 4 pieces of tape out and siliconed over it. You can't have any leaks in this seal. If you have any leaks in this seal, the high voltage charge will suck dust in there. And yeah, I know we're not really in a cigarette infused environment like the 60s, but still, you want to do it right. You got to do it right, you know, and you'll get little black streaks over time where it sucks the dust in, and we just don't want that. So I siliconed over them. I'm going to let it dry for a while, and then we'll come back to it. As far as centering the thing in there, probably need to move these to the bottom is what it looked like, but I don't know if I really want to do that right now. Maybe I can. If I put it in there with that wet silicone, though, it'll be glued into the front of the tube, and I don't want front of the set, and I don't want to do that. Got no rush. We'll just let it sit. Yeah, I don't know if Sylvania would agree with that, because Sylvania came with a 5-year warranty, so this one has a 1-year warranty. You know, just because you say something is the best does not make it the best. Now, look at this old ass carbon paper. Limited warranty. Ooh, you could buy an extended warranty, 24 months. 24 months if this warranty certificate contains proper extended warranty. Ooh, an extended warranty on my picture tube. Nope, sorry, it's not the best. It's second class at best. It's like I said, the Sylvania came with a 5-year warranty. This is 1 year. That's pretty pitiful. It's been drying for several hours. It should be good. It's no longer tacky. So I remove these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and space it up. Yeah, and then we'll look at it. I don't know. It's not the same. Well, it's much better centered, and without those white things you really can't tell. So I'm gonna take it. Sold. And yeah, it has a totally different look now. Instead of that green halo, it has a smoked look. You know, I don't like it as much, but it's okay. Can't be picky, I guess. I see a few little snorkel spormlers inside there. I tried my best, but you know, that one might, maybe that'll move around when the high voltage comes. Who knows? But yeah, let's put it back together and get it fired up. Here it is. Quick and easy. Really not much to it. Just wondering what went in here. Usually on RCA the IF lead goes in here, but no, I don't. Looking good. Alright, it makes sense that these things hold these wires up away from the tubes. That would sort of make sense. First thing I'm going to do, I got everything reinstalled here, is we'll pull all of these all the way down. Okay, I don't think this has a bias or overall. This is done. This needs to be replaced. So we definitely have a weak horizontal output, which is good because that'll kind of current limit the CRT, keep us from cooking the CRT as we do the setup. So yeah, I think I got everything. I got the high voltage, it gets its ground from right here, also back there it's touching. I got the degaussing, I got the IF. I believe I got everything here. The speaker. There's not a lot to this. This is, if you did a lot of these, this would be a 15-20 minute job to physically switch this tube. Certainly looks like it has the RCA dark cathode, which is a really long life cathode. Wow, there's actually a raster there with the screens turned all the way down. Holy crap. Where's our service? Where's the service switch? Is this it? Okay. Oh boy, so I'm turning the red screen up and it's bringing up green. Okay, I'm going to do the green. Green brings up blue. Blue brings up blue. Yeah, we got real bad purity here. Oh yeah, look at the purity. It's still not really dark enough out here to do the setup, but what we do need to do is even though the degaussing is working, we do need to do a manual degauss before we do a setup, so do it again. And then the main thing is to back away real slow, real far before you shut it off, because if you shut it off while it's anywhere in magnetic, it can leave a... Okay, now we'll let it cool down. It doesn't look like it changed. We'll let it cool down and do the automatic degauss a couple more times. Okay, let's go through the setup on this guy. And I'll try and describe what I'm doing. I'll try my best. I'm using the Leader NTSC generator. This is going to be a long process, but I'll try and show you what we got starting out. This is something, of course, you don't have to do on a black and white TV. This is one of the things that makes a black and white TV much simpler than a color TV. So, got a bit of a blooming problem there. Got really jacked up purity. Let's see if the color demodulation's working. So I'll do our NTSC color bars. And there's our color bars. And I'm turning the tint. Okay, so we got some sparkles here from some arcing in the back. It's pretty humid. So let's go to crosshatch, and the first thing I want to do is I'm looking, do I need to tilt the yoke a little bit this way? I don't even think I really can. So that's tilting the yoke. Is that a little bit closer? Maybe back a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to go to raster here, which will just be a blank screen, and that shows us the purity right there. I'm going to turn the screens down. I'm actually looking in the camera. That's the red screen. That's the green screen. And that's the blue screen. So we'll turn red up. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the yoke back as far as it'll go. Which it looks like there. Ooh. Somebody's pissed off. Now what we want to do is move the red into the middle here, using the two purity magnets on the neck of the tube. At least I think these are purity mag. Oh, quit arcing. What the hell is... Cut it out. I see it started arcing. Oh, great. Cut it out. Okay, so that's pretty close. Now I'm going to push the yoke forward until we get That's pushing the yoke forward. That's pulling it back. I'm moving the yoke forward and backwards. So that looks, I see this is a reflection here. You know what I might do? Where am I getting this reflection from? Okay, that's from the sun. Okay. So that looks pretty close. Could push it forward some more. Nope. Okay, so that's red. Red screen. Green screen. Blue screen. All right. Cut it out. Let me take a look at this. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go to no signal here, and I'll go to setup, barely visible red, mixed with green, mixed with blue. Okay. A little bit red, isn't it? Hey, look at that. Okay. Look at that. All right. I'm going to turn the color up. That's white, white, green, blue, red. That's changing the color on the test generator. Oh, now we want to play this game, huh? There. Wow, look at the difference. Something's not quite right here. Why do we have this bluish? All right, let's go to this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to... It looks a little soft, too. A little soft. Could be a little... The focus could be a little bit better, but that could be the bad convergence. I'm going to take the camera right up and put it right on that dot right there. Okay, there's our center convergence dot. Would you quit arcing, please? You're making a fool out of me. So let's turn blue off. Get rid of blue. Now what we're going to do is simply use the thumb wheels on the clover leaf to put red and green on top of each other. And you want to get this as absolutely as accurate as possible. Okay. All right. It's pretty close. I'm going to turn the focus real quick. Seems like I got the focus maxed out, which I would rather. Seems like I make it sharper than that. I don't know. So anyway, that's pretty close. Let me work on it a little bit more. So that's pretty close. Okay, now we'll bring blue back into the situation here. Okay, now with blue, we can move blue wherever we want. We can move blue up and down and side to side. That's why you do blue last. So see, this one moves blue up and down. This one moves blue side to side. So this is the knob right here. The knob moves blue side to side, and the clover leaf moves blue up and down. So that's it. That is base convergence. Right there. You have just witnessed your base cloverleaf convergence. And it looks, well, over here the red is off. Looks like I can get that better. I don't know. Yeah, that looks a little bit off. Seems like the focus is a little soft. Yeah, it's pretty good. So up at the top here, this is our, of course, our dynamic convergence. Over here is whacked out. This had pretty good convergence before. Could probably, the vertical could use new capacitors, I think. Now I'm going to bring you up a little bit closer. And we're looking at red, green up at the top here. These are the adjustments on the board. you gotta watch this, because what happens is, when you tweak it here, you bend it at the bottom. Let me see if you can, if you're watching this in full screen, you'll see what I mean. But if you tweak the top to straighten it out, see what happens at the bottom? So you gotta kind of, and then when you do this, you just throw it off in the middle. So it's really a game of going around and around and around in circles. Now the left side, or the right side, this side is controlled by the coils. This side is controlled by the pots. So what we want to do is just try and bring this area right here in, which would be the right. I'm going to have to replace the flyback lead. It started. Vertical. Let's see, is this it? Yeah. Yeah, that really brought it in. And then we got some right here, but this is the coils. And then somehow this got screwed up. So let me see, did this? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I might be able to pull the red down. I think that's about as good as you're going to get. The filament wire is arcing. The high voltage rectifier tube filament. Yeah, this up here is aggravating me, and I believe that is going to be one of the coils. Let's see how. The purity still doesn't look quite perfect to me. It needs a little bit more blue. Yeah, the purity just doesn't look 100% to me. And maybe I'm just being picky. It's just not perfect to me. And you can really see that imperfection in the CRT. Okay, so now I'm going to have to adjust the damn, there we go. So that's green, blue, red. See, red is not perfect. Red is not perfect. I'm going to kill the green and blue screen. Yeah, red is not perfect. But red looks good there. Looks pretty good. The Blambulance. Maybe I'm being too picky. The freaking purity was perfect before. Green, blue, red. All of a sudden, it's weird how it's kind of dark at the top too, but it has vertical issues. But that actually looks real good. The yeah. Maybe I'm asking for too much. If you look at the CRT, RCA made what they called a dark cathode. And this looks like a dark cathode. You see how dim it is? And these are the CRTs that last for like ever. They just they don't light up the wall behind the set. So let me get some let me get the converter box and we'll see what an actual picture looks like. You can make it so damn bright. You can actually sort of see the blue down here. All right, let me get a converter box. Okay, so when I go to the converter box, the color is really weak and it won't lock. Why is the color so damn weak on this thing? That's the color all the way up.
Because it is better when we all get together and do it together, and because this is so affordable, that's a little bit more possible. If you're thinking of family vacation, everyone gets one, and there are so many color options that it can suit your style. I want to remind you that HSN is the only place that this smartwatch exists. It is so affordable, and it's perfect for that little spring refresh that we're all looking for.
refresh.
Very stylish, goes from the gym to the office.
Let me get a tweaky tool and turn the oscillator and see if I can get this to refresh.
Or is that a text message that I can respond to later? It gives you notifications. It lets you take a phone call or turn down a phone call. It lets you control music. It lets you check friends and family. But it also gives you all kinds of important health information. So it's a time to upgrade from one that you already have. Maybe you have one that needs replacing and you're like, oh, I just don't want to break the bank, but I really need a great smartwatch. You are going to be very impressed because I see a lot of great smartwatches here at HSN to pick because it fits my budget and it fits my lifestyle. And this is the one that I chose for my husband as well. So I hope that you're loving this as much as we are. All you're going to do is choose the color of the bezel. So this is the rose tone bezel. Actually, I also picked the rose tone for my husband as well. I just thought it looked a little richer. But we also have the all black bezel. If you just fit
Did I totally lose it? No.
And then once you pick either rose tone or black bezel, then you pick the color of the strap. You can pick black, or we're calling it purple, but it's really like more of like a burgundy shade. So it's more like an eggplant. It's toned down, so great for guys or gals or anyone in the family. But then you're also getting 2 additional straps. So you really don't have to think much. You're going to get a lot of options, and when you get it home, you can go ahead and put on their favorite color and then keep the other 2 straps as backup.
Totally. It's the only time we've ever done 3 different bands. So it's 3 different looks. Such a great value to not have to pay extra for those. And this is the only Let's Fit smartwatch that does phone calls. So I'm going to go in there and show you that. It has a microphone, so it's picking up my voice. It has a speaker, so you can hear it ring. And when whoever you're calling answers their phone, their voice comes out loud and clear. Vanessa, how's it going over there?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm calling you from my smartwatch.
Oh my goodness.
Great feature. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course, anytime. Talk soon.
Talk to you later.
I feel like you guys have had this conversation
Yeah, we
before.
totally did.
All right, well.
Maybe it was just a few moments ago. Here's what you need to do. You need to jump in right now. It's our last presentation.
Did I just knock the convergence way off?
I don't know if or when this will come back. In fact, the last time this sold out, we had to wait months and months to get it to come back in stock, just in time for you to grab this great value. The regular price, I think we're showing $79. This is a phenomenal buy. This is a smart watch with all the features for $49.99, and we have monthly payments.
I must have bumped the
$10
freaking convergence because the red is way off.
Tomorrow, it will not be on 5 flex pay. I will tell you that. The price may expire at any time, but we probably will not have the 5 interest-free monthly payments. There's only 1 more hour. We are offering 5 flex pay on everything that's on air, everything that's online. So
it's soft. The picture is soft.
Also, we have only 1 more hour for you to shop all the weekly deal drops. You'll get another recap of those in the next hour.
Come on, show me a freaking picture.
Also, the last hour to shop the today's special and all the great.
Oh, crap, that's going to be copyright.
I understand.
And I love the industry-leading charge time. This will stay on your wrist for over a week with just 1 quick charge. You are getting that quick charge cable. This is our largest screen ever. It's that really high-definition touchscreen LED face.
Is that a photo?
Yeah, I've got a photo of me and my sister and my cute little niece there. so it makes me smile every time I look down at my wrist. You can put your loved ones right there on your watch face. Not every Let's Fit smartwatch does that. This has smart notifications. In fact, this little email that I just got is that a piece of clothing that I ordered is being shipped to me. I'm so excited.
That is always good news.
I know. So you know, whether it's keeping up with friends,
It's
and family,
soft. The
being
picture
able
is
to
soft.
be in a meeting at
It's
work
not
and just glance at your
focused.
wrist and see the text that your kid sent you from school and not worry.
And it's
not have to
bleeding
pick up
and
your phone,
smearing.
not have
Look
to
at the
always be tethered
look
to
at the
your
red
phone.
here.
This is also great for grads as we get to the end of the school year.
Look at that.
Because it helps you stay organized. Everyone is going to be so impressed with this as a gift. They're going to think you spent hundreds, but you don't have to.
Slick looking watch.
Let me go back to the convergence. I think I bumped it. Yeah, I guess I bumped the convergence when I was tweaking on the color coil. Let's put this back in. That'll probably definitely improve the picture.
I'm one of the slowest members, but you know, there's room for improvement, and
Get
that's
it
where
together.
Let's Fit Watch will inspire and motivate us
True.
all. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Debbie Demons coming up next with our weekly D finale.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl Debbie D in the house.
Is your
very
girl
excited to
Debbie
be
D
with
in
you
the
for
house?
Weekend deal drop finale.
Deal
That
drops.
means it's your last opportunity to get all of our weekly deals that dropped on Monday and expire at midnight. That's like
All the
in
junk
58
that nobody
minutes. So I'm going to get
wants.
started here. I want to tell you, this is something you need if you don't like your gray showing, if you don't like your scalp showing, if you feel like you're thinning with your hairline. I have for you a 2-pack.
Does
from
this have a
True
video
Hair,
peeking?
And it is truly phenomenal. I use it. All your cloths, and we're going to give you all your sponges. This is a 25-piece set, and it's $24.99 only until midnight, and then it's going to go back up to $40.95.
Enough contrast?
So, if you bought the Clean Boss solution that cleans everything, gets the odor out of everything, kills the germs and bacteria, then you will absolutely need this. So what you're getting is you're going to get 10 smooth cloths, 10 textured microfiber.
And hearing expenses.
Monster heavyweights ready to duke it out inside of the Hex here at the Performance.
Okay. Oh,
In Boyle Heights, a man was killed in a drive-by shooting. In Van Nuys, 2 people were shot. 1 died.
yeah,
In
there's
El
smearing.
Sereno,
See
man
it?
was shot and killed riding a scooter. And later that day in West Hills, 4 people were shot. 1 died in an alleged drug deal gone bad.
The top weapon remains a firearm at 75% of our homicides.
Despite all that, at his annual homicide report briefing on Tuesday, LAPD Chief Michael Moore said homicides in LA are down, comparing 2021 to 2022.
In 2022, the city of Los Angeles ended with 382 homicides that occurred that year. That's 20 fewer than the 402 that occurred in 2021, a 5% decrease.
Already this year, they're down compared to last year. As of March 25th, year to date, there have been 55 homicides. During the same period last year, there were 81, a 32.1% decrease. Again, the police are asking for
try and
help. They're also asking for any witnesses.
Let me try and jump that selenium stick rectifier out.
To please come forward.
See if
The
we can get
identities of
the.
victims have not been released yet, but police did say they are both.
Ugh,
from
the
Palmdale,
blurriness
Lancaster
just
area.
kills
In
it.
Hollywood, I'm Jake Reiner, KCAL News.
I mean, the color is there, but
Tonight on one of those other shootings, a deadly attack at a West Hill shopping center. Police have now identified the
it's
suspect.
just
as
not
Mark
sharp. I mean, look at the
Knoll of Woodland
greens.
Hills.
The
The
colors
34-year-old
are
was
there.
arrested yesterday here at this scene on suspicion of murder. The shooting, the one person was killed and 3 others injured in this shooting. Officials say a shootout erupted after an altercation. One of the cars involved took off and later got into a hit-and-run crash here, but after a short chase with police, the suspect pulled over and then surrendered. Knoll is being held on $2 million bail tonight.
A homicide investigation now underway in Chino. A man's body was found in a shopping center parking lot on Philadelphia Avenue just after 2 this morning. Police say he was shot to death. Now, few other details have yet to be released. Tonight, investigators are still looking for his killer.
Well, tonight, crews spending the second night fixing this right along the Grapevine. So the southbound 5 freeway will close at 10 tonight between Vista del Lago Road and Templin Highway. Last night, they drilled through the pavement. These photos showing all of it as they lowered these huge beams down about 50 feet to protect the road from more landslide damage. Now, you may remember this slide happened last week after that big round of heavy rain we got.
Well, it was 1 week ago this Pacific Palisades hillside gave way. This is new video tonight of that slow-moving landslide. It's all on Las Lomas Avenue. 2 homes are red tagged, 1 is yellow tagged. The damage to the house at the bottom of the hill, this one there, is getting worse.
And a live look outside right now. Look at that, the Santa Monica Pier. Still beautiful out there. You can't see it very clearly, but I think there are a few clouds.
So it's not a focus issue, because if I bridge the selenium focus rectifier that's in there with a silicon stick, it puts more voltage so I can go through the focus range, and it doesn't improve it. I got it as good as it was. So it's not a CRT focus voltage issue. It's more like video peaking. It's more like the video is dull and blurry, and adjusting the fine tuning doesn't really peak it.
Tonight into Monday, even early Tuesday, some light showers are possible. A little bit of drizzle early tomorrow, and even some snow showers, with levels overnight into early Monday lowering down to past levels. So places like the Grapevine could be impacted by an inch or 2 of snow. Here's a look at Monday, 7:30 a.m. You can see that snow out through Frazier Park, and a little bit of light rain across our area. So this is not going to be a huge rainmaker. Some of us may not even get any wet weather, but we'll feel it in terms of cooler temperatures. We'll certainly get more cloud cover, and then this is moving out very quickly as we head into already late Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah,
we are drying out, and we're going to continue dry as we head into the next several days. But one of the other issues that we'll have
burst
will
issue,
be the
a
wind,
weak.
so especially the higher elevations, mountain deserts. You're looking at really strong gusts, 50, 60, 70 miles per hour. That's going to continue through early Tuesday.
It's got a
and
weak
then
burst.
closer to the coast, really for everybody else, under a wind advisory, also through Tuesday at 5 a.m. So
I mean,
here's
it should
a
not.
look at
It should not be
temperatures.
having
We
this
are gonna be,
problem.
much cooler, a good 10 degrees at least than what
It's
we
like the
felt
burst
today.
stamp
so
is
upper
weak.
50s, the low 60s for most of us, and then dropping down into the mid 50s as we head into the 9 o'clock hour. Here's a look at rain chances. So tomorrow, that is going to be it. And again, it's really not going to be a whole lot of rain. And we dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and actually even into the weekend. That, of course, is going to be your Easter
I need
weekend.
to see your
So
frickin'
here's a look at our
face.
futurecast. So this system is the one that...
Or how do you take your pictures? Are you always using your cell phone? That's fine, but I think you need an upgrade. So this is a really good camera. So most really, really good cameras are anywhere from $500 to $700. In fact, our deal, it's normally $500.
Yeah, it's.
And it is
We're
just shy of 50%
gonna have to
off.
do another
It's
part on this, I
1080p
think.
high definition.
This is,
and when you take pictures, it's like a professional camera. It's like you hired somebody to do it, and it's because it has 16 megapixels. So if you'd like to pick this up,
Really?
the weekly deal
My
drop is
frickin' phone has like
$289.99.
250 megapixels.
Okay, it's normally $500.
16 megapixels
so the fact
is
that
like
you are saving,
2001.
just shy of 50% off.
Okay, I'm
it's more than
done. I'm
$200
done.
off.
I'm done.
And
I'm
I
done.
think this is fantastic.
That's how to
if
change a
you,
CRT
go on
and
vacation,
set it
maybe
up,
you went to the
but
Grand
we got
Canyon
other
or Niagara
problems.
Falls or
Yeah, so that's where it's arcing right there. So it's looking a bit better. Especially on these older music videos where it's 4x3. Yeah, there's a bit of noise in the picture, but that's just in this area.
This up. It's $11.65.
So good.
We have the topper to go back with the
There's
blue
still
floral,
red
which is the
smearing.
#1. We have the topper to go back with the black and white snake, which has also been very popular. I think that's the third most popular. We don't sleep on the
It's almost there. And you know, this is not unusual. This is something I had heard working on TVs, you know, years ago, that you swap out a CRT and now you have something that shows all the other D-flaws in the set. All of a sudden the CRT is now showing all the other weaknesses in the set that the dead CRT was covering up. But yeah, that's smearing. That is not right.
What made you do that? I love it. It's very elegant.
And no, the color is not cranked up. It's still a little soft.
Things about this, it'll make the dress a little bit longer and then show off just more of your hip area.
Oh, yes.
No different than when it comes to preparing your home for severe weather events and natural disasters that can cause massive power outages. One of the most important things you can do is ensure that you have an uninterrupted supply of power to your home. And for that, more and more people...
Oh, yes, you look so hardcore, Prepper Daddy. Take me there, baby.
As a teacher,
and a
Ooh.
smoother, more youthful-looking chest. You can with new Crepe Erase Ultra.
And look who's using it. Award-winning actress Kate Walsh from Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice loves what Crepe Erase Ultra has done for her skin.
With Crepe Erase, I've seen my skin come back to life. It's almost like the long drink of water your skin's been waiting for many years.
Imagine stunning results like this on your body instantly, and even better results after just 4 weeks.
Everywhere you look, everyone's talking about Crepe Erase.
It's been featured in Prevention, Glamour, People, Pop Sugar, Oprah Daily, and more.
Real women trust Crepe Erase and have given it thousands of rave reviews.
No wonder it's the #1 selling anti-aging body treatment system for dry, crepey skin.
System. It's a system.
Transformed my hands, my arms, and I feel like I've gotten my old young skin back. And now there's something wonderful to celebrate. The experts at Crepe Erase listened to women and heard us. We want something extra for the hard-to-treat skin on our necks. I want to look in the mirror and not freak out about my neck. That would be nice.
I'm thinking, is there a way I can get some clothespins to put this back? Right?
Oh, yeah, she's going to get her décolleté tightened.
I think I'm young, but then when I look in the mirror and I see gobble neck and I see crepey skin, I was mortified.
We listened to you, and now Crepe Erase has a breakthrough new solution for a younger looking neck.
I can't wait to introduce you to the Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair. I'm telling you, this is something
Ooh, neck repair system.
The Ultra Smoothing Neck Repair is designed for a smoother, firmer, younger looking neck. You have to see to believe.
My daughter showed me a picture. My neck looked like an old lady neck. Lines and wrinkles and crepiness.
Crepe-tastic.
Crepe Erase, the skin on my neck looks airbrushed. I love it.
Her crepe latte.
Keep watching to find out how you can get exclusive access.
The very first
I turned the AGC down a little bit.
Wow. You put it on and bam, it was like a difference.
I was always so limited as to what I would buy.
Ooh, real Crepe Erase user.
It's got to go down to here, and now I can buy anything. I am ready to show off my skin.
I don't need to be in my 40s or shield.
Do CRTs have a break-in? Because it looks like it's getting better.
Cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed.
Swear it's getting better as it runs.
metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other
Oh yes,
types of
where can I get
infection.
some of
Verzenio may
this?
cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble
Gotta
breathing,
have
cough,
it.
or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising.
Just
Blood
keeps
clots
getting
that can lead to
better.
death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. I'm making future memories every day with
Boy, that
Verzenio.
sounds like a
Ask
good
your
one right
doctor
there.
about
Where can I
every
get
day
that?
Verzenio.
Join me in the Finish 24-hour challenge. Start by cooking a lasagna. Skip the rinse and load your dishes. 24 hours later, when your dishwasher is full, let Finish Quantum clean your dishes. If the stains aren't gone, you're...
Oh, great. I definitely don't blame.
God, this is so fake.
Come on, come on. Give me a wrench, will you?
Okay, what Huey Lewis song is this? It's sort of picking on Thriller, I feel like.
Hey, look over there.
So cheesy. This is actually a pretty funny video. If whoever directed this really knew their props really well. Yes, this is totally making fun of Thriller. Really? This song? Alrighty then. I brought a known good working chassis out of another set. I'm going to pop it in here and we'll see if we get any difference in the sharpness and color smearing and all of that. Doesn't take long to change this, maybe 5 minutes. It's pretty easy. So we'll pop this chassis in and see what it looks like. There's a replacement chassis installed. I think I got everything hooked up. Yeah, literally like 3 minutes to change it. It's very easy. Well, this one wouldn't work on channel 3, but it works on channel 4 on this tuner. So I don't know. Let me see if there's bleeding. I guess there's a little, but it's not real bad. I still feel like it's soft. You know, is that because there's an air gap between the safety glass and the... Yeah, it's a little better. The smearing is definitely better. There still is some smearing, but it's just not as pronounced on this chassis. But I'm also on channel 4 here, which is totally different. Maybe the tuner has an issue.
Access to all discounts, free
It's non-stop. It just runs all the time.
This has been a paid presentation for Crepe Erase Ultra, sponsored by Body Firm.
Crepe-tastic.
Now there's Bark and Bounce, the next generation dog toy that giggles as it bounces. The funny sounds give your dog hours of enjoyment. Turn your pup's day from being bored and waiting to have fun to amusing. A touch from the snout and there it goes. Wobbling, squeaking, and giggling. Engaging with your dog all day. A healthy way to keep your pooch sharp and stimulated. Inside the ball lays the secret of its wiggly, giggly sounds. 3 pipes are strategically angled to make funny human-like
sounds, perfectly tuned to entertain all dogs. No batteries are required. The funny human frequency voice, the bright color, and the wobbly motion work together to comfort dogs while they play. And it's easy for your dog to pick up and clutch. Bark and Bounce holds up to even the most destructive dog's friend. And there's a Bark and Bounce ball.
See, this is what you have to do today to get rich. You have to come up with something like this. Some plastic toy you have made in China.
Are you having a hard time finding all those great new products seen on TV? Now you can stop stressing and find these incredible TV deals by going to ontvforyou.com. That's on
Still got a greenish on this side. It's just...
on TV products and more. Go to ontvforyu.com right now and discover all the hottest products you've seen on
See how she's greenish on this side?
fitness, health, home, kitchen, and more. And remember, if it's on
I can't imagine that being the CRT. Maybe it's just a cheap...
Up next, a breakthrough age-defying treatment to visibly transform the dry, crepey skin on your body.
Get ready to see
Oh, yes.
smoother, firmer, younger-looking skin.
Plus, is your neck
Maybe
older than you feel?
maybe it's just
Exclusive access to a brand new free
a cheap, crappy chassis. It was just a budget set, and I'm expecting too much.
The new Crave Erase Ultra, brought to you by Body Firm.
Have you seen it? It shows up on your arms, chest, legs.
Keep the roasting lifters and veggie tray just for
It's
trying
still
it.
soft.
Now you can enjoy the Ninja
It
Wood
is
Fire
not
Pro
a
or
crisp,
the
sharp
incredible
picture.
Ninja Wood Fire Pro for a full 90 days, risk-free. If you don't love cooking with an outdoor grill that can also barbecue smoke and air fry, then send it
And the
back.
color's good.
Ninja Wood
Everything's
Fire
good.
Pro
It's
is
just
refunded
not...
full purchase price.
It's not a low focus voltage CRT. It's a regular 6 kilovolt.
It feels like you're living a double life.
Tuesdays are
So I don't know.
First, join Neve, Cami, and special.
It's not sharp.
during all new.
Of course, it's music videos, so the color's like all artistic anyways, but you can see it looks pretty good. I mean, the purity, I got the purity really good.
I've taken the course.
Just ignore the content. I'm just using this because of the red. You can see the smear. Same thing, the smear. Oh, what, you don't like my finger there?
And as you mentioned,
But yeah, it's the same thing. It's got
potential criminal investigations into his conduct.
and this is a different chassis, so I don't really know. I found the source of the blooming, and it sharpened it up a little bit. The high voltage rectifier was weak, but man, I'm back to the original chassis now. This thing with the red smearing is
so they
just...
don't melt, because these are all like essential oils and cocoa butter in a cute little bamboo canister. Guys, you are choosing 3 cents, okay? Now would be a good time to tell everybody what the cents are.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sean. It's good to be back.
And then we'll double back and tell your story.
Okay, amazing. So, we
Double
have
back.
the One Stone today. I have,
God.
I have a favorite on the table. It's the One Stone. Okay. This is
I'm going to try swapping some of the other tubes.
of Peru.
Seeking to cover up sex crimes. And we have brought this charge for those who committed tax violations.
Oh, yes.
At its core, this case today is one with allegations like so many of our white-collar cases. Allegations that someone lied again and again to protect their interests and evade the laws to which we are all held accountable.
Oh, yes.
As this office has done time and time again, we today uphold our solemn responsibility to ensure that everyone stands equal before the law.
Yeah, you uphold
No
what
amount
you're
of money
paid to
and no
uphold.
amount of power changes that enduring American.
Who's your daddy?
I'll now take questions.
Who's your daddy, Mr. Bragg? Who's your real daddy? Who's lining your pocket? I think it's just a cheap set.
Ukraine. Impeachment hoax number 1. Impeachment hoax number 2. The illegal and unconstitutional raid on Mar-a-Lago, right here.
So, whatever, this will trigger some people, but I'm not too worried about it if there's anyone watching after this long of a video.
The unconstitutional changes.
You know, while this diversion is going on, every day more countries move away from the dollar. They cut deals with each other in other currencies. They're cutting back oil production. We're becoming more and more irrelevant on the world stage every day, and these are the distractions that we get. And you know, I'm more concerned about the big picture, not this stuff, these distractions. But anyway, there's my whatever to trigger people in the comments section. The TV is working okay. The high voltage rectifier was weak. It's really not as good of a picture as I would have liked. You can see the smearing here still off to this side. And I might try and clean that up by adjusting the band pass coil. Anyway, I wonder what the hot news was in 1976 when the CRT was rebuilt. This is what it is today. So if you watch the past hour and a half, I'm impressed.
Who campaigned on the fact that he would get President Trump. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. This is a guy campaigning. You want to get President Trump at any cost, and this before he knew anything about me, didn't know a thing about me. He was campaigning. As it turns out, virtually everybody that has looked at this case, including rhinos and even hardcore Democrats, say there is no crime and that it should never have been brought. Never have been brought. Everybody. Even people that aren't big fans have said it. They said this is not the right thing to do. It's an insult to our country, as the world is already laughing at us for so many other reasons, like our open borders, our incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan, where we left behind American citizens, $85 billion worth of the best military equipment in the world, lost 13 magnificent young lives, and far too many to mention that are so badly hurt with loss of arms and legs and facial.
You're kind of stuck on a year ago, homie. Come up to date here.
In our country's history, in my opinion. Then our give up on energy independence and even energy dominance. We're going to be dominant within 6 months, more than any other nation times 2. We had this all just 3 years ago. Our raging crime statistics, if you look in Democrat-run cities, numbers the likes of which we have never seen before. The open threats by various countries of the use of nuclear weapons, something never mentioned or discussed by outside nations during the Trump administration, and which could very well lead under the Biden administration's leadership to an all-out nuclear World War III can happen. We're not very far away from it, believe it or not. An economy that has been crippled by the biggest inflation we have seen in more than 60 years, and a military that I used to defeat ISIS in 4 weeks. They said it would take 4 years. 4 weeks. To kill al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, that has now gone woke at the top levels by trying to indoctrinate everyone down to the lowest ranking patriot. But now they have really stepped up their efforts by indicting the 45th President of the United States, who received $75 million votes, which is more than any sitting president in the history of our country. And in the wings, they've got a local racist Democrat district attorney in Atlanta who is doing everything in her power to indict me over an absolutely perfect phone call, even more perfect than the one I made with the president of Ukraine. Remember, I kept saying that's a perfect call. This one was more perfect. Nobody said, sir, you shouldn't say that. Many people on the phone or hung up in disgust because of something inappropriate.
How can a phone call be perfect?
Nothing was said wrong. In fact, at the end of the call, we agreed to continue our conversation.
Some of this stuff, it doesn't process in my brain.
Specifically in Georgia. At a later time, many people on the phone, including lots of lawyers, nobody found anything wrong with that perfect call until a book promotion tour many months later. All of a sudden they say, you know, I remember Trump making a call.
This is NTSC widescreen, by the way. That's why we have a gap at the top and bottom. It's not lack of vertical sweep. 16 by 9 shown on a 4 by 3. Yeah, this TV is far from superb. It's
Then you have a radical left lunatic known as a bomb thrower who is harassing hundreds of my people day after day over the boxes hoax. You know, the boxes hoax, as we call it. Just so everyone knows, I come under what's known as the Presidential Records Act, which was designed and approved by Congress long ago just for this reason.
all right.
Under the act, I'm supposed to negotiate with NARA, the National Archives and Records Administration.
I think I'm sort of wasting the tube's
which
life
as of
right
this
now.
date is a radical left troublemaking organization that red flags the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights as dangerous and triggering. Can you imagine? This is what we have to deal with. But there is no criminality under the Presidential Records Act.
I was thinking about this last night, and basically every single Sylvania color tube set that I have has color locking issues, and we need to get to the bottom of that. They all have some form of burst lock. Not necessarily in this video, but all of them have this thing where the color won't lock. I mean, the barber pulling rainbow, they all have this. And this one will lock when it warms up a little bit, and I've changed all the tubes. It's got to be a common problem with capacitors or something. The little poly capacitors are drifting, or the diodes are bad, because the color lock on these things should just be rock solid. It's basically an RCA circuit. So I adjusted the chroma bandpass coil, and it really, and this was suggested by Al, and when I initially adjusted it, because he said that'll cause the smearing where the green is on the left and the red is on the right. When I initially adjusted it, I was just turning it like a quarter turn, but I just got in there and started cranking on it. And what I did is I put this, let me show you, I put this on the menu. I put this on the menu, and then I just see this thing where it's yellow. I just adjusted that for minimum smearing. I still think the IF is screwed up. But between that and I did the color AFC alignment, and it's not great, but it really improved it. I mean, it's almost tolerable now. The greens suck, but it is a hell of a lot better. I mean, you can still see there's some red bleeding, but at least he's not green on this side and red on this side. This thing just needs a full alignment, and I'm not really sure I'm good enough to get it right. I might try though. But anyway, maybe in a future video, but it's usable now. Here you go. On this channel, you got, I forgot to reconnect the speaker. On this channel, you got the little blue pill. On this channel, you got Crepe Erase.
Millions of women have turned to Crepe Erase. It's America's #1 selling anti-aging body
treatment system for dry, crepey skin. And now the system is even better.
I wonder what happens if you mix the two together. What happens if you mix the little blue pill and crepey race together?
But think of it from their perspective. Many times women cannot even imagine how frustrating it is for their partners.
All right, so I have a question. What happens if you use Crepe Erase as personal lube? Okay, this is the new old stock, and I've done a video on this. We actually opened this in the box and fixed it. This is a new old stock Sylvania version of the one we put the tube in. Let's just see what this, it's pretty much all the same circuitry, all the same tubes. It's just a smaller version. Let's see what the see what this looks like. See if this has the same crappy color. Well, this must have whiskers in the pots because I can't adjust the green screen. I can't adjust the colors at all. It's just, but there's no red smearing. It's just way too bright.
The American people experience.
Well, I was looking for something to see the red smearing, but I can't. I'll have to pull the back off and blow the whiskers out of those stupid pots. Yeah, there's no red smearing on this one like there is on the other ones. It's always nice to see the inside of a new old stock TV with something that looks like that. And what I'm thinking, see those capacitors right there? I think those might be what's going bad in the other ones. But yeah, these things constantly get tin whiskers in them, and you just have to blow them out. Like, what is all that crap right there? What's going on there? In fact, you can see the freaking tin whiskers here. See, there's a tin whisker right there. See that? Look at the tin whiskers. Look at this metal. Look at this crap. So one way to deal with these whiskers is just to you can see them flying all over the place. So I gotta blow all this out. Okay, so now our screen controls work again. Tin whiskers, man. In these Sylvania sets, the tin whiskers kill them. And they'll form in a year. Alright, well, there it is. It's no red bleeding on this set at all. The convergence is off a little bit, but there is no bleeding. So this does not have good greens, though. I remember that. That's one reason I don't use it. Besides being new old stock and not wanting to kill it. Yeah, you know, I don't really like the picture this has. I don't know. It's just not as good as a Zenith or RCA. Just, yeah, it's not there. Sorry, Sylvania, you just don't do it. Oh yes, I maintain my car. I maintain my Ford pickup. Nothing but the best. Maybe I'll replace this film cap right here. 0.12 at 100. And maybe those 330 picofarad. You know, I checked a bunch of the resistors. I really want to get to the bottom of this locking issue on these Sylvania sets, because it should really be robust, and it's just not on none of them. I'm thinking of 3 or 4 of these I have that just, yeah, are crap. So we're going to get to the bottom of this at some point. I don't know, I'll probably save the video for a while. But this seems to be a common problem, this color burst lock thing on these old color sets. I remember this song. I think she makes suicide at the end. Blues Brothers.
Significant feelings of frustration and incompetence at the lack of sexual interest or arousal. Desire is often connected to a sense of intimacy between partners, as well as your past experiences. Over time, psychological challenges may contribute to biological
A little bit of
problems.
blue here.
Until recently, there was no equivalent of the blue pill for women. But now, modern science has revealed a new
So,
designed just for...
I wanted to give an update on the Sylvania. What I did, I got it really damn good. I'm actually semi-happy with it now. I used the VG91 multi-burst to align the color takeoff coil, and it really cleaned it up. I'll have to demonstrate that in a future video.
You can call the number on your screen to get a product designed specifically for a woman's unique body chemistry. See you again soon on Helping America's Seniors.
Looks presidential. I'm gonna just keep I'm gonna go through a few different
24/7 monitoring of your home's title. When you call, make
I'm gonna just try and find something here with good color.
No, but back that story up, because I don't want to miss a thing. I'm in trouble here. Just trying to make...
But yeah, I really got it looking good.
Dr. Bill, right now. I'm Dr. Bill Latour. I'm both a psychologist and a lawyer. Call me. I know what to do to get you approved.
Call 1-800-803-59...
Good greens, good color, not a lot of smearing. There's a little bit, but without doing a full sweep alignment, I got it pretty damn close.
Better sleep and savings today.
Finally this afternoon, an update from Omaha, Nebraska. The Henry Dorley Zoo's new baby is on the up and up. Baby giraffe Hope is making great strides under the continued care of zookeepers and veterinarians.
All good news from ABC7, a place reserved just for good news.
People sharing the good in us.
All good news from ABC7, Thursdays on Eyewitness News and on our Facebook group.
Sponsored by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
It's hard to contain your excitement when you get something you've really wanted. Like the gold standard in automotive protection, WeatherTech floor liners. With deep sculpted channels and laser measured for total protection in the front, back, and even up the sides.
Dad, you're going viral.
What? WeatherTech me.
So don't be shy, enjoy.
WeatherTech.
Need permission from the defendants in order to do that.
The Cooper girls, Bella and Kate.
You just keep loving my mama and keep her happy, and you can call me anything you want.
Oh, bless you, honey. Bless you.
The great gift. You mentioned it for our graduate girls that are
753-6500. That's 1-800-753-6500. I'm an unattorney spokesperson.
I really need to get that life insurance.
Introducing Evie for EFS.
So you can see it's just aligning,
We're here. Wow.
just aligning one coil really just cleaned it up.
And Sarah's discoveries about Paul.
진짜 뇌관이 맞어.
And I will say that
Time for today's must-have go.
doing a chroma alignment is really difficult to get it right. But this method seemed to work.
And earn top-tier rewards just for walking or taking fitness classes.
Or giving us your private information.
Studio audience today is going home with an XPass gift certificate.
Retails
for just under $200.
We had such a great time today. Thank you to Morris Chestnut and Lisa Rinna for co-hosting with us. Tune in tomorrow to see what we're talking about right
So this is sort of the picture I would expect, with a little smearing.
Aim every night to be factual and fair.
Oh yes.
How does PanCan fight pancreatic cancer? Step by step. Join us Saturday, April 29th at the Salmon.
I did first. We got her benefits approved too.
I'm calling Dr. Bill right now.
Anyway,
Plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of
there you go.
Visit spectrum.com.
This is sort of what I would expect from this set, with a new rebuilt CRT.
My A1C was up to a 12.